Okay. Welcome to my living room. I thought I would film me repotting my Monstera Borsigiana. I put it in here probably like early spring, just because it was really root bound in its other pot. But the one that I put it in is just ceramic, so it's really getting out of control in there. I'm gonna be putting it in this pot right here. Looking at it, it looks like I have to poke some holes in it. There's like little holes that you can punch through. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I'm just gonna take a drill and slam it in there. Okay, now it's ready to go. What I usually do for my Monsteras is I use cactus soil, and I've been mixing a little bit of like perlite as well. This is the one that I'm using. It just gives it enough like aeration in the soil so that it doesn't get too soggy. Philodendrons have like really thick roots and like pretty thick stems, so they like to hold on to a lot of moisture. So it's very important to like have them in a well-draining pot, well-draining soil, so they don't get root rot. So I'm gonna mix the soil up first. It's really gonna take like a lot to fill this. I don't know if you can see the size difference. Lift that up. It's quite a bit bigger, maybe by like a couple inches. So I'm gonna put, I don't usually have specific measurements. This is just like a one cup scoop. Looks like that. Ooh, definitely need to get the window open. This stuff gets pretty dusty. I just kind of eyeball it, so I'll usually do like 3 to 1, 4 to 1. Just kind of mix it around. So I usually put rocks in the bottom of my pots, just so that soil doesn't like immediately come out. I don't really have any right now. I'm just gonna put it right in there. Okay, so I've filled the pot up probably to about there. I'm just gonna try to take it out now. Here we go. So wish me luck. Oh my goodness. Can I pull it? Oh boy. This is almost a 2-person job. Okay. Just kind of hit it a little bit. Oh boy. I might need to get like a spatula. Yeah, that is not coming out. A lot of my plants need to be repotted. Just kind of let you know 2020 slip away for me in the terms of really properly taking care of my plants. So a lot of them are going to be stuck. This one especially. I'm just taking like a butter knife and trying to like move it all around the edge. Okay, hopefully that works. Really don't want to break the pot. The pot is, oh, cost a pretty penny. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a 2-person job. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. Starting to come out. Oh, I didn't take this bamboo stick out. Oh no. Oh shoot. Oh, I'm like out of breath. Okay. So close. So close. Oh. I had some moss holes in this that I made, but like, it's my first time making them and I just used hemp string to put them in. And oh boy, they got crispy everywhere when they dried out. Okay, let's see how bad this is. These aerial roots are all over the place. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't really suggest doing this in the winter, like repotting, but I just kind of let this one slip away from me for too long. Oh, see. I don't know if you can see, but there's like rocks that I put in the bottom, and it totally just ate them all up. Okay. Whew. Just gonna set that down a little bit. So like when you're repotting a plant, I guess it really depends on the kind of plant, but monsteras, like philodendrons, like aroid root kind of plants, they can take a little bit of trauma. I wouldn't say like really mess up your plant, but like you can pull on it. It's okay if like some kind of snap. Because it's all for the greater good of that. Like, I should have used these stones. Oh well. They're really in there. So like, yeah, this one was just kind of growing a little bit out of control, so I moved it really far away from my north-facing window. Hasn't really been growing very well since then, obviously, but I just got it its own lamp recently. Oh boy. So, it's starting to do a little bit better. I've only had one like plant light before. It's in my kitchen. I was kind of like not really liking it for a while. Sort of had like an orangey hue to it, but this one that I recently got, it's more of like a warmer tint. It looks more like a house lamp rather than like a grow lamp. Okay, just kind of pull that around a little bit. So many stones in here. Whew. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good enough. It's a little bit more loose now. So, quite a lot of rocks in there. Okay, just gonna put it in on top of the other soil. It's probably about that much under now, under the rim of the plant. Let's see if I can turn this around and show you. So it just kind of looks like that in there now. And then I just want to fill it up with soil. Make sure it's kind of center. Like this one's vining a lot, that I like cut a little bit off. Propagate. Oh, I'm so out of breath. Okay. Yeah, like check out the aerial roots on this one. So long. All right. You know what? I'm not going to use any more perlite because my window's closed and it's making me cough a lot. Just going to put it in this little pot first. And let that down. I wouldn't necessarily say Miracle-Gro is the best one to use. It's just really readily available where I live, and it was a little bit on the cheaper side, you know, kind of on a budget. Okay, and then just kind of fill it in. Take up the whole bag of soil. Where's this one going? Okay, it's already just back in there. Okay. So, once I'm done this, I'm just going to take it to my shower and give it like a nice spray, nice water. It's really important to let the soil settle in that sense, like by pouring water over it, watering it. I had an amazing trip to Home Depot of all places last Friday. I've been looking for a Rapafedora tetrasperma for a long time. Very expensive. Like, I remember a friend of mine last year ordered one, just got like a cutting that was like maybe this big. She paid $100 or so, and I found it at Home Depot for $10. All right, it's almost in there. I like to, you know, like compact it a little bit, but not too much. There we go, it's looking a lot better. It's in there a little bit, not too much. So like, now that I've done this, there still might be some extra room between the roots and the soil. So after I give it a good water and a shower, my shower head, I might add some more later, but that's pretty much it. It's kind of droopy, so I'm gonna get that bamboo stick again. You ever get anything that has like twist tie? You can save it. Okay, I think this is the one that I had up. Put it in there. Move the camera a little bit closer here. Whoop. So just sort of tie it like that. Just kind of wrap it around. The big mess I've made all over my carpet. That's okay. I always say that I'm gonna keep it on that square piece of wood, and then I never do. That's all right. I've got a vacuum. I don't really have another bamboo stick, so I'm just gonna kind of use that right now. Pop it up. There we go. Kind of just like wrap it around. Okay, wait, I actually found like another bamboo one. Stick it inside, and then sort of curl it around. Because it's a Borsigiana, it really does want a vine. And there we go. It's all done. I've got my Monstera Thai constellation that I have to do this to as well. Actually, I've got a bunch. But I think that one can wait until the springtime. That one's in a pot that has some drainage in it, so it's not as much of a pressing matter as this one was. But yeah, I'm gonna go give it a little bit of a shower. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you can. Help a plant lady out. Bye.